So, what a cool group of people to co-present with. How nice. Superglued, we use it at CyberPR, and it's awesome. So for those people that haven't signed up, GeoRiot, thanks. I didn't know there was an affiliate program for iTunes, which is embarrassing, and we're now signing our 50 artists up. I'm buying the group box set app tonight because that's amazing. And thanks to Conduit, I now know Lady Gaga pulled a Bieber this week. I'm Ariel, and I'll be playing the part of woman in tonight's demo. And CyberPR, and a lot of people might here know me because I blog endlessly about how to make a difference for artists. And I write books and I talk a lot about how to make it better, but I don't really talk about what I did, which is I spent $250,000 of independent artist money on building a cloud-based platform that only my artists know about. So here it is. So CyberPR is a platform that I created to basically make it easier for me and my staff to manage the 50 to 100 indie artists that we launch campaigns for every single month. Next slide, please, John. Basically, it's a band-to-blogger platform, which works a lot like an internet dating site. It's band-to-blogger. We meta-tag the heck out of all of the clients that hire us, and it's everything from, are they gay, are they dads, do they knit, do they birdwatch, do they do yoga, are they gluten-free? Aside from their music, because really what we're trying to do is differentiate artists. There's 2,000 albums coming out every single week, and not everyone's going to have the hottest indie rock buzz, and they're not all going to get on Pitchfork and Brooklyn Vegan, and what do the rest of us do? So these tags create a niche-focused, story-based strategy, which is our strategy, to build our artist foundation. And we all know now there's 147 million active blogs. We have about 5,000 of them in our system. And these are just some of the tags that our artists have led us to. Danny Bonet is sitting in the audience. She led us to animal rescue, animal lovers, and animal rights when we worked with her, because that's her passion. So every time we work with an artist, they give us a new sort of breadcrumb trail to go down. Darius Lux is gluten-free, and we found 300 gluten-free blogs, and he's now playing gluten-free conferences, which as an indie artist that's been dropped from a major label who makes just sort of nice pop rock songs, he's finding a real corner of the world for himself aside from I'm Darius and I play pop rock songs. John, standing to my right, landed our client on the front page of Mashable because they used an iPad app that cost $5 to create an awesome video. So that was a huge get for us. And then we often pitch our artists using CyberPR to be guest bloggers, talking about their passions. Julia Wade is a lead singer at the Christian Science Church and shares her passion about singing. So every single blog or podcast or internet radio station or new media maker, fill in the blank, that decides to work with us gets a personal dashboard. And we don't vomit out irrelevant content like most of the PR firms you might have worked with or know. And we very, very rarely reach out to the larger blogs unless it's completely relevant for them. And as bloggers listen to music or download or request interviews or leave feedback, it's all reported to our artist dashboard in real time so they can actually see what the heck is going on. They never question what's going on, and I gave her all that money and she did nothing, although we charge a tenth of what most PR firms charge, so it's not that much money, but for an indie artist, it's a lot of money. So this is what Bowling for Soup's dashboard looked like. 454 different bloggers, podcasters, and internet radio stations. Check them out over their 4 months with us, and they got 100 features across different platforms. And as we go, I've written 3 books on best practices in social media and been in 14 countries talking about this to struggling indie artists who are desperately trying to figure out what their corner of the world is, and apps and websites and everyone coming at them with new techniques and tools overwhelm and confuse the hell out of them. So what we try to do is guide them through how to find the best tools that work for them, and we give them only the best information as their campaign goes. So it's half an education process if they're willing to take it, which 90% are not, and half a PR campaign. It's a white label product now. We invested in an extra amount of money that we rarely had from indie artists, and now anyone can come and skin it and use it. And it's my hope that other PR firms and smaller digital boutique agencies like ours use it to monitor their client activity and use it sort of as a collaborative platform. Since launching, we've averaged 200 successful social media and digital PR campaigns a year. The only thing that really differentiates us is we all speak English at Cyber PR, so that's the type of blogs that we tend to attract. Again, I've been in a lot of countries and met fabulous artists in every single one. We've created lots of long-term marketing plans and strategies for our artists. We do that sort of as part of what Cyber PR delivers. And we've represented 1,800 and counting. There's some big names and some little names for you to read. And that's it. Come join us on any of your favorite social media drug of choice. And we love blogging about apps and artists that are up to interesting things, especially those that are leveraging communities in interesting ways. So don't be shy. Talk to me, talk to John. We will blog about you, we will tweet about you, and we will enthusiastically continue to be the cheerleaders that we are for indie artists. Thanks. Questions?
Feel free to stand up.
I will stand up and be blinded.
Yeah. That's your torture at the end.
I ate pork, you've been blinded.
Hi. Anyone have a question? You.
Would you really kind of take us through what a typical campaign might look like for a typical type of artist, or maybe how different they are for different?
Yeah, so that's the thing that's really fun. It's no campaign is cookie cutter for us. I think lots of artists call, and their two objectives are they want two things. They want fame and they want fortune, and those are two really hard things to deliver. And so we go, okay, how about Facebook fans and niches? So we kind of drive them away from the thing that they thought they were hiring a publicist for, and we design something that's workable. We try to base it on how comfortable they are with social media, so that varies for every artist. You know, someone might be a monster at Facebook and really comfortable on Twitter, but we find most artists are allergic to that stuff and don't really want to do it, and they're forced to do it, and then when they do it, they suck at it. So we try to get them to stop sucking, and that's really part of the strategy. But of course, on top of that is find what's interesting about them. And unfortunately, again, the world is not waiting for another really good anything. We're waiting for stories and things to attach. So we really try to work with the artists to focus on niches and genres and the story that they have to tell. And we try to give them a bit of a lobotomy to stop thinking about millions of views and hundreds of thousands of fans and start thinking about, okay, well, what if you had 100 fans or 200 fans or 1,000 fans that cared? And so that's really what the architecture of these campaigns are about. And we also try to get them to stop being obsessed with getting on Pitchfork or Brooklyn Vegan or Mashable or Spin.com, because that's reserved for very few. So what about the rest of us, and where are we going to start? So what we try to do is at least get them a platform, so if they go to a larger PR firm or they go to a radio promoter or anywhere, they can go, you know what, we've been blogged about 50 times. And yes, those blogs are small, but they're part of the strategy and they're part of our story. We're foundational. And really smart, large artists hire us often because we do a reverse engineering. So the big PR firm is taking care of, one of our artists last week was on Good Morning America. And we're the ones going to all the gay dad blogs trying to figure out how to tell their personal stories, because they're Broadway stars and they don't get to tell their personal stories. They get to be on Good Morning America, which is not about being a Broadway gay working dad. Any others? Yeah?
What are the price points for your artists to start out?
So we're kind of all over the boards with price points. A basic marketing plan can be about $599, and that's a 25-page plan that's probably worth much more than that, but we understand our market. A cyber PR campaign for 3 months starts at about $2,995, so it's less than $1,000 a month, and then it depends. We found artists are so allergic to social media that we will now blog for you, tweet for you, write your newsletter, send your newsletter, Facebook for you, explain to you why you need to do these things, and that starts, depending on the channel, about $300 a month. Yes?
You said you're white labeling out your platform. Are you doing that to like other ad agencies or?
I'd be willing to talk to anyone. I mean, it's not a fluke that I managed to employ 7 really hardworking people, and it's a joy to be able to do so in this crazy business where everything is sort of spiraling down. So my vision was agencies like me, people that are smart and good with social, who want something to help sort of systematize their approach, because my problem as an indie PR firm was always Friday was report day and I wanted to kill myself every day because the label was calling, the manager was calling, and everyone was calling, they wanted their reports, and I could either be making reports all day or I could be doing my job. So it's for people that are sort of like me, were trapped between a rock and a hard place and couldn't quite monetize because they didn't have a platform. Thanks.
All right.